Hey guys, Crypto Mike here with the mic check 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Hit the thumbs, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Now, what's going on with XRP? Alright, well, obviously, most people know, but if you don't, the SEC has filed a lawsuit against Ripple. And basically, they're saying that they've been selling unregistered securities for the last 7 or 8 years, and they're suing them. And it's a totally baseless lawsuit. It probably won't go through. It probably will not come to anything. However, XRP took a big, massive dump, and a lot of people are wondering and worrying, and they're very scared about the future of XRP. I'm here to tell you, don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, this is FUD. This is major FUD. And according to one of my favorite people in the crypto space, Charles Hoskinson, this could be the largest regulatory event in the history of crypto. Okay, now I think that's what it's all about. Okay, this is about regulations. Okay, let's go down. I'm gonna show you now. I've got a thread from XRP Mommy. It was a really good thread she put there, and it helped ease my mind when I read it. It really helped ease my mind. And I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm also going to read you a little bit of this, but then I'll show you what Hoskinson has said. And it was a really good video that he put out yesterday on Ripple. And he came in defense of Ripple against the SEC. He said, what are they doing? It's very puzzling what they are doing right now. Especially with Jay Clayton on his way out in less than 2 weeks, I believe. By next year, Jay Clayton will leave the SEC. And so what is he doing? You know, why would he leave this mess for the next administration? What's going on? And it's a whole new political regime too. So it's a new political party. So what is he doing? You know, what are they doing? They're putting eyes on Ripple. They're putting Ripple in the spotlight. Crypto is in the spotlight. Regulatory clarity is on the horizon. Also, it's a power shift. The United States is going downhill quick. Okay? The power shifting. It's coming from the United States, going east. It's going to Russia, China, India, Singapore. It's going over there, okay? Going from the west to the east. We are not going to be the aggressive United States with the world power that we have been for the last 30, 40, 50 years. It's not going to be that way anymore. We've had our fun. 80 years. It's been 80 years since we've been like the global superpower that we have been, like the #1 nation in the world. We've been arrogant. We've been aggressive. It's just, I love the United States, but it's not going to be that way anymore. The globalist agenda is being fulfilled, and this is just one little piece of the puzzle. Okay, I'm telling you. All right. So now let's take a look. I want to show you something that Gregory Mannarino said. He came in defense of Ripple. Same thing as Charles. Let me show you.
The SEC. The SEC, let's see, if this is the same SEC that was given a blueprint of what Bernie Madoff was doing by Harry Markopolos on more than one occasion, but they couldn't figure it out. So the SEC, how about a bunch of idiots of the highest order, all right? In my opinion, nothing's going to come of this. Could it be wrong? Sure. But for right now, I see this dip in Ripple as a buying opportunity. I own some. Am I selling it? How about no? No. No and no. No, absolutely. I will be buying the dip here. And until I'm wrong, I'm going to buy the dip. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do with this market and everything else, because this is la la land. La.
I love that guy, man. He keeps it real. He just keeps it very real. So let me show you something else too. what do you think happened when remember when Elon Musk was under heat with the SEC sued Elon Musk and Tesla? I remember when the SEC they sued Amazon. They also sued Elon Musk and Tesla. What happened to them? They are wildly popular now. Wildly rolling in USD, rolling in the dough. They are wildly successful. It's a mark of excellence that you're scaring the status quo and they will bend the knee. Okay? Do you see what's happening? They have no basis for this. And I'm going to go through this thread by Crypto Mommy. Okay? XRP Mommy. Go give her a follow at XRP_mommy. I did buy XRP this morning. I bought the dip. I don't know if I was justified in doing that, but I'll show you why I did it. I think it could keep going down a little, but I don't think it'll go too much lower. I hope not. Let me show you why I bought the dip. First of all, on the daily, the RSI is it's had it. It's all the way down. It can't take much more. And it came all the way down to support. It's a decent support. 33 is a magical number. I think it's going to bounce around between 30 and 33, 34 maybe for a few days. That's what I think. So I bought the dip here. And, when you look here. So, that's a good support right there, I think. That's a strong support, but I could be wrong. I did buy. So we'll see. But let me take you to this thread here. Okay. First, let me show you what the Hoskinson said. Okay. Quote, "The reason why this is a big deal for the industry as a whole is that it may have a profound implication on how the SEC in the future views whether something is a security or not. It further pushes the burden of due diligence on exchanges, so I imagine this could create more conservatism with exchanges for listing new tokens, or force them to evaluate their existing portfolios more carefully. So by no means is this a small event. This is probably the biggest regulatory event in the history of our industry. It's going to have a lot of impact moving forward." He also said, "It's a very unorthodox thing as well because, generally speaking, an outgoing chairman of the SEC, Jay Clayton, wouldn't leave a giant pile of fire for the incoming chairman to deal with. That usually doesn't happen. This is equivalent to a CEO making a decision to do a major merger, an acquisition, or an IPO, or a big unfinished piece of business without the consent or knowledge of his successor, and then having the successor have to manage the entire affair. Clayton leaves the agency at the end of the year, a move he announced last month. Hoskinson says he believes the decision on whether or not to sue Ripple should be Clayton's successors to make." And he said, quote, "Frankly, it's the kind of thing that, as a courtesy, you would defer to the next administration to look at. Because any lawsuit of this scale and magnitude would probably take greater than a year to litigate, regardless of whether it ends up because of the size of the entities involved." And I'll show you some of this video a little later. It's really good. He comes to Ripple's defense. He says this is a bullshit case, basically. I shouldn't have said that. So let's go to this thread here. This is a great thread. In 2013, the Department of Treasury and the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, fined Ripple for not registering as a money services business. And that's the key right there, money services business, MSB, for selling the virtual currency XRP and forced them to register. It says, within 30 days of the date of this agreement, Ripple Labs and XRP3 will move its service known as Ripple Trade, formerly known as Ripple Wallet, which allows end users to interact with the Ripple protocol to view and manage their XRP and fiat currency balances and any such functional equivalent to a money service business that is registered with FinCEN, the Ripple Trade MSB. That's the key right there. Under federal law, each money service business, MSB, is a business doing one of the following: currency dealer or exchanger, that's what they do. Check casher, issuer of traveler's checks, money orders, or stored value. Seller or redeemer of traveler's checks, money orders, or stored value. Money transmitter, or U.S. Postal Service. Under federal law, each money services business is also considered a financial institution. Okay, down here. Note, each money services business is a financial institution. For the regulatory definition of financial institution, see 31 CFR 1010. Okay. Next, a filing on the same violation from the Department of Justice specifically identifies XRP as a virtual currency. Right here. Statement of Facts and Violations, Introduction and Background. Ripple Labs is a corporation registered in Delaware and headquartered in San Francisco, California. NewCoin Inc. and OpenCoin Inc. OpenCoin are the predecessors of Ripple Labs. Ripple Labs facilitated transfers of virtual currency and provided virtual currency exchange transaction services. The currency of the Ripple network, known as XRP, was pre-mined. In other words, unlike some other virtual currencies, XRP was fully generated prior to its distribution. As of 2015, XRP is the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization after Bitcoin. And what is a virtual currency, specifically defined by the IRS? Virtual currency is a digital representation of value that function as a medium of exchange, a unit of account, and/or a store of value. So, we now know that under order of the federal government, Ripple Labs is a financial institution that facilitates the exchange of virtual currency. Under nowhere in the violation does it enforce Ripple Labs to register as a broker or dealer in securities, required to be registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission under the Securities Exchange Act. It does, however, require Ripple Labs and Associate XRP2 to register as an FF Money Services business, dealer in foreign exchange. But if that's not enough confirmation for you, Ripple has also been legally sworn in federal court and through the Department of Justice under direct requirement from the U.S. Treasury as a currency exchange service based on its selling and transmission of virtual currency XRP. Ripple Labs has previously described itself in federal court filings and in a sworn affidavit as a currency exchange service providing online real-time currency trading and cash management. Ripple facilitates the transfers of electronic cash equivalents and provides virtual currency exchange transaction services for transferable electronic cash equivalent units having a specified cash value. Okay, right here, XRP2 was engaged in the sale of XRP currency to third-party entities, okay, as a money services business, okay. As of the date XRP2 engaged in sales of virtual currency. Sure, this was 7 years ago, but audits for this violation under direction from the Department of Justice are set to occur through 2020. Ripple Labs does not sell securities. Ripple Labs is a financial institution with the current legal authority to sell and exchange its virtual currency, XRP. Okay, so, and lastly, quote, the fintech charter is based on the idea that banks took deposits, made loans, and were involved in payments, but some institutions might provide only one or two of these services. These institutions can still be treated as banks per the Office of Comptroller. And that was Brian Brooks. Clarity will come through the Office of Comptroller and Brian Brooks. This news today was to get Ripple and XRP at the center of the stage. Ripple is trending in the U.S. All eyes on the U.S. Look at this. Yesterday, I checked out Twitter. I opened up Twitter. Brad Garlinghouse, front and center. On the front page, headline news. Brad Garlinghouse, right there. Crypto company Ripple says it's expecting a lawsuit. This is big news. Big news, guys. 2021 is going to blow your minds. Okay, just wait. 2021 will be the year of announcement after announcement. Regulatory clarity, partnership announcement, non-disclosure agreements will be up. Cryptos will be blowing up. But only the ones that are on the good exchanges, okay? If you're mostly in cryptos that are on Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, you're in good hands, okay? Warm up the engines, load up the suits. It's moon time, baby. That's a great thread. So go give her a like and a follow. That was a great thread. Very good clarity right there. Um, yeah, the FUD is just insane right now, and that's how it goes. That's what they do. That's what they have. You know, they've really honed. They've really done a good job at learning how to do the FUD, along with all the cycles and everything. Because this is part of the cycle, guys. It's just part of the cycle. The price is going to fluctuate. Everything's still the same, though. Nothing's changed. They're just putting out news that shakes up the markets. It's the big shakeout, you know. Um, and then who else? Who says XRP is not a security? Japan's FCA, UK's FSB, US's FinCEN, US former CFTC chair, former SEC enforcement Michael DeDuke, the G20 regulators. And then all of a sudden, right before he leaves, the SEC's Jay Clayton, he all of a sudden he just wakes up and says, you know what? I feel like something's wrong. I don't know what it is, so I'm going to go ahead and sue Ripple, this company Ripple, for something I haven't even looked into. So, that's 2020 for you. It is funny, though. Now, there's something I'll show you real quick. Mr. Poole I think he's an insider. He did show us blood in a bathtub. He puts these weird cryptic posts out, and then he deletes them, and he does that. And then he showed us that, and then he showed us like a Christmas tree, and he showed us like people being shocked. I think he was saying there's going to be a bloodbath around Christmas time, and I think he's an insider because he must have known this was going to happen. I mean, this was a crazy dip, and I bought it, and we'll see what happens. But I do think it's one of the most bullish things for the crypto space, and we will see this play out throughout the new year and throughout all of next year. This will give us regulatory clarity, and this will set us up for the remainder of the bull run, which will go all through next year. And we will see the ones that we have faith in and we've looked into and we're holding, that have been within the regulatory confines of the framework. They will blast off. They will make us rich. Okay? So now check it out. I'm going to show you Hoskinson, what he has to say, because it's very important, and he did a good job
sunny
of
Colorado.
explaining it.
Sitting in the office, it's
December 22nd, 2020. And as I promised yesterday, as I learned a little bit more about what's going on with Ripple, I'd go ahead and keep you guys in the loop. So there's indeed a Wells notice, it looks like, was sent to Ripple, which is why they replied. And they did a very unorthodox thing where they actually released a summary of their Wells submission, which is the rebuttal. So generally what happens is if the SEC is going to go after you, they do something, very strange, very unorthodox, never really seen something like this before, and it's typically not done. They mention on-demand liquidity products. They mention statements from the DOJ and FinCEN back in 2015. They mentioned the unique node list, the validators, where the supermajority is not in the hands of the Ripple company. And it definitely is going to have an impact on the space as a whole if it continues its way through. So most likely outcome is that nothing is going to happen in the next few weeks. And if there is going to be a filing in court, that's probably going to occur January, February time horizon. And then this would be a litigation that would take potentially quite some time. It could be greater than a year to 2 years of effort. And it would definitely create regulatory clarity on what is a security and what is not a security. But according to things that the SEC has already said and done, and their statements they've made on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the facts and circumstances of the XRP case, I don't believe that XRP is a security under those standards and statements. And it'd be quite problematic for the SEC to capture this under their definition, because it would inadvertently capture most of the cryptocurrency space if desired. There's really no way to satisfy it, and it's not clear how would you even operate a system. For example, if somebody was responsible for reporting, if the reporting entity goes out of business, the protocol and currency are still there. So then who reports for it? If Ripple was to be a security, then every U.S. holder of XRP would be holding securities and actually in violation of securities laws themselves. And they would lose all liquidity in the United States, but then enjoy, because they've already been approved as a currency or another instrument abroad, different forms of liquidity abroad. So it's an incredibly puzzling case. It's quite bizarre. And just unbelievable to me that it would be issued right before Christmas, just a few days before the end of the year. And when there's a transfer of power from one administration to another, one group to another group, it looks like a bad decision, all things considered. So you guys should read the Wells submission, the counter argument, the summary that XRP put out, and if there is a lawsuit, we'll all be able to read that together. But nothing's going to happen in the next few weeks. It's going to take a little while. And this is kind of the final threshold before they file. As I mentioned, 4 out of 5 times when it gets to this point, they do. 20% of the time they don't. Given the unorthodox reality of things, they probably will take this one a little bit more seriously. Obviously, Ripple's going to activate their billion-dollar war chest to turn on their PR and media machine. For us as an industry, this is really an existential moment for the U.S. government to really get serious about whether they want to be a major player in the cryptocurrency space or not. You know, probably the most poignant thing in this entire document is right on page 6 in section 4C, where it says no foreign regulator has determined that XRP is a security. In fact, the opposite is true. The United States would be an unfortunate outlier. The U.S. likes to believe it controls the whole world and it runs every regulatory agency, but the reality is it doesn't. And that's becoming very clear as we go into the 21st century. And this is kind of a bellwether test on whether it makes sense as a cryptocurrency infrastructure company to base your infrastructure company in the United States and do business in the U.S. market, or whether that market is closed off or not. So as an industry, it's in everyone's best interest, whether they be Ethereum or Cardano or Polkadot, for this to be won by Ripple. Frankly, there's no upside in giving such broad powers to a regulatory body where that regulatory body has no checks and balances or oversight and can basically arbitrarily at any point just decide, we're going to ruin your entire ecosystem. There's 8 years of history here, for better or for worse. There's a lot of things that have happened. A lot of steps have been taken, and it's a very different ecosystem than it was in 2012. And that's true for most cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin included. At a particular period of time, all the things that were true about Ripple were also true about Bitcoin. There was only one operator and one distributor, so it would have been almost certainly a security under this draconian definition of things. And how does that benefit the industry? It really doesn't. So it doesn't help to call XRP a shitcoin, as some prominent people in the cryptocurrency space did in the response.
Well, he's talking about Vitalik Buterin, who, irresponsibly, I think it a little bit immaturely tweeted out talking about XRP being a shitcoin, and also Pomp. He immaturely kind of went out there and went against Ripple, and it's like, come on, man, just be a little respectful in the space. I honestly don't. I think this is going to be a little uniting in the end. In 2021, a lot of a lot of these different bodies in the crypto space, I think we will kind of be a little more united after all of this regulatory clarity comes about.
The response to this event, it's not a funny event. It's an existential event for the industry as a whole. The good news is I think that Ripple will prevail, and I think that XRP is going to win, and I think that it was very stupid for the regulator to approach this case as they have done, unless certain facts and circumstances materialize in the next 60 days to 90 days that indicate that there's something more than what is publicly known.
My feeling is that Ripple will destroy the SEC in this. They will destroy the SEC.
Counterproductive decisions that are made. I will remind everybody that Ripple made a decision to reward Ben Losky a man who caused profound damage and harm to the cryptocurrency industry in New York, with a board seat and bringing him in. So as long as a culture exists where those who do harm to our industry and to entrepreneurs trying to innovate and revolutionize, that mentality is going to continue. So not only do we need to win some short-term battles, we definitely need to look at the policies as a whole and how this country handles financial regulation as a whole. Everything from investor definitions, things like the Howey test, which really make no sense in the context of the 21st century. We're no longer dealing with the 1940s. I think we can do a little bit better. And also the relationship of different actors in the ecosystem. For example, when you hold a cryptocurrency, especially proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies, this does give you certain rights. These are distinctly different than the rights that you gain when you hold Bitcoin or a security or a commodity or another asset. We should live in a culture where we proactively try to align those with the best interest of the growth and stability and sustainability of the ecosystem, as opposed to trying to cut them up like some sort of bed of Procrustes to fit.
He's true. I mean, what he's saying is true. I think it will actually be one of the best things for the whole crypto space. Besides the coins that really don't have any utility or use for the world. So those will get cut out, and the exchanges will have to take action probably and modify their existing portfolios and very highly scrutinize the new coins that they bring aboard. So yeah, this will affect everything, and it was probably planned out. It probably was planned out. So hopefully you're holding good coins and you should be fine. Anything on Coinbase, I think, anything on Gemini, anything on Kraken should be fine. They're gonna be banks, okay? The new banks. Ripple will crush the SEC. This is good for the crypto space, regardless of what the market looks like right now. The market was due to take a dump anyways, okay? This might be one of the last shakeouts. This is the buy the dip moment kind of thing. You might have maybe another week or two to buy the dip before 2021, baby. That's about it, and then it's off to the races, guys. All right, so
that's 70
just huddle
years
strong,
or 80
keep
years
your head
old,
up,
or to avoid being in that particular box.
have a
that's
Merry
70 years old,
Christmas.
80 years old.
Okay,
And,
buy cheap at these
lawsuits
prices.
like
I
this and
think
events
that's what
like
I say.
this,
I did,
they
and
just at times
just
show
be good
how
people and
short-sighted
keep
certain people
keep
can
your head
be,
up. Okay, like I said, and you guys
how certain people
just know
work
that this is
for
just
a
fun.
small
This
group
is
of
part of the
people to
plan. This is just part of the
corporate
cycle.
interests
Okay,
as opposed to
and
actually
just be
benefit
prepared for a
consumers.
great
A lot
2021.
of agency
All right,
failures
you're gonna see a
and
lot of
regulatory
green.
failures in our industry,
Okay,
and a lot of problems in our
all right,
industry.
I'm gonna let you guys go.
And in many ways,
Hopefully this kind of helped
we're reliving the
ease your
baronial age of the
mind a
19th
little. All
century
right,
with
love
the
you
birth of
guys.
Wall
You
Street,
guys have a good one
and
be
the
good
Wild
people.
West
All right,
that it was, and we're kind of doing
Crypto
that
Mike out.
much
Peace.
faster than they did.